First moves tonight. Bernie Sanders wins, Pete Buttigieg right behind, and the surprise finish for Amy Klobuchar. But what now, with very different states coming next? A major storm at this hour. It's turned deadly across the Midwest, moving east. Blizzard conditions shutting down major highways, a school bus flipping. Children rushed to the hospital. 34 states under alerts, and Rob Marciano has the new track tonight. The coronavirus and the alarming warning that if this goes unchecked, it could infect 60% of the world's population. And the Americans on that cruise ship tonight quarantined. The retiree you met here, his fever has returned. Why hasn't he been tested? The chilling new surveillance released tonight of that little girl. She is 6. One of the last times she was seen getting off the school bus, and why authorities did not issue an Amber Alert. Democrats, even some Republicans tonight, criticizing President Trump after he thanked the Justice Department today for intervening in the Roger Stone sentencing. Tonight, American troops coming under fire in Syria. The U.S.-led patrol and the confrontation with pro-Syrian troops. The Americans firing back. James Longman is in Syria, where Americans remain tonight, and the Russians are right there, too. The massive fire here at home tonight, the refinery, and the warnings about air quality. Questions about gas prices, smoke seen miles away. And the scare on the ice, the hockey player collapsing on the bench during a game. Teammates calling for help, and tonight we have news on his condition.
This is ABC World News Tonight with David Muir.
Good evening, and we're back from New Hampshire tonight, and the results from the first in the nation primary are now setting the stage for the next big battles to come for the Democrats hoping to take on President Trump. Bernie Sanders winning overnight, Pete Buttigieg right behind, getting the same number of delegates out of New Hampshire, and Amy Klobuchar with her very strong finish in third. Elizabeth Warren and Joe Biden fourth and fifth out of New Hampshire. Tonight, which candidate will have the broadest appeal as this race now moves forward? And there's someone else waiting. Billionaire Mike Bloomberg skipping the early contests, but flooding the airwaves with ads. It remains a very divided field. ABC's Whit Johnson leading us off from the campaign trail.
Tonight, 3 candidates rocketing out of New Hampshire with a head of steam. Leading the pack by a hair, Senator Bernie Sanders.
It gives us a great deal of momentum.
So are you the front runner now?
Well, I don't care what the definition is.
But Pete Buttigieg, who came in a close second, is already taking aim.
Thank you, New Hampshire!
Buttigieg sharpening his attacks on Sanders, a self-declared Democratic socialist who's promising free college tuition and Medicare for all.
I don't think that even progressives really want to be in a world where we can't keep our promises.
Amy Klobuchar, who finished a strong third, now looking to reintroduce herself to voters.
Hello, America. I'm Amy Klobuchar, and I will beat Donald Trump.
The senator flying straight to New York to raise money. She hasn't yet shown the fundraising muscle of her rivals, not to mention the hundreds of millions of dollars one candidate is spending on his own campaign. Michael Bloomberg today on the stump in Tennessee.
I'm sorry, we just never expected a crowd this big. I'm so flattered. I think we must have some momentum going here.
He's been building support in the Super Tuesday states, while the other candidates battled it out in Iowa and New Hampshire.
How concerned are you about facing him and that money machine?
I'm not worried. We're working hard. We're talking to people. We're answering the questions. And Mr. Bloomberg says, hey, I'm worth $60 billion. I don't have to worry about that stuff.
What do you say to Democrats who argue that you're trying to buy this election?
I'm not trying to buy the election.
Whit Johnson with Bernie Sanders there today, so let's get to Whit. He's live in New Hampshire. And with Joe Biden left the state, as we all know, to go to South Carolina before the results were even in New Hampshire. He hopes South Carolina will be part of his firewall.
That's right, David. Joe Biden looking for a fresh start, making the case that only 2 states with small, predominantly white populations have spoken. He says black and Latino Democrats need to have their say, and he's banking on a much stronger performance in Nevada and especially South Carolina. And David, he needs it.
Whit Johnson with us again tonight from New Hampshire. Whit, thank you. And now to the major storm on the move at this hour, and it's turned deadly tonight. 34 states are under alerts at this hour. Blizzard conditions blinding drivers. This is Interstate 29 in North Dakota. A school bus flipping on its side near Wichita, Kansas. Everyone was okay. Tonight, the storm now moving into Chicago as it moves eastward. Where is it headed next, and what's behind it? ABC's Alex Perez from Chicago.
Tonight, a whiteout in the northern plains, powerful winds blowing snow, creating a ground blizzard in North Dakota. Nearly impossible for drivers to see in Fargo.
Visibility is greatly reduced, and it's going to be even worse near zero in open areas.
Interstate 29 shut down for a time from the Canadian border to the South Dakota state line because of, quote, life-threatening conditions. In Kansas, at least one fatal accident. The Highway Patrol warning drivers.
I need you to slow down. I need you to limit distractions, increase your following distance.
Vehicle after vehicle sliding off the state's roads.
Bus accident, mile marker 112.6 KTA.
This bus, transporting fifth graders on a field trip to Topeka, flipped over on the Kansas Turnpike. 17 people were taken to the hospital with minor injuries.
We're very lucky that, it was not more serious.
Meanwhile, in the south, torrential rain and flash flooding. This home in Alabama cut off by floodwaters. Some areas have gotten more rain this month than they normally get all winter.
And David, you can see the snow already falling here in the Chicago area. Some spots will get up to 5 inches, and then the Arctic blast, below zero feel-like temperatures here tomorrow morning. David?
The snow coming down, as you mentioned, Alex. Thank you. Let's get right to meteorologist Rob Marciano with the newest track for us tonight. Hey, Rob.
Hi, David. Finally, a shot of winter as this potent storm traverses east. You see it on the radar. The warm sector does have a severe weather threat. We've got a watch out for much of Alabama, and that flood threat continues for the Tennessee and Ohio River valleys with heavy rain there, and anywhere from 2 to 6 inches of snow along the I-80, I-90 corridor from Chicago to South Bend to Ann Arbor to Albany. And this rainfall does make it to the D.C. to Boston I-95 corridor for a morning commute. Moving pretty quickly, clears tomorrow afternoon, and then the cold air pours in, and we will see below average temperatures for the first time in weeks. David?
Rob Marciano with us tonight. Rob, thank you. Next year, the coronavirus emergency, and tonight the alarming warning, a public health doctor in Hong Kong saying if the virus goes unchecked, it could infect 60% of the world's population. While off Japan tonight, that cruise ship this evening with Americans on board, and of the 48 new cases outside China, 40 were on that ship, including a worker who was helping with the quarantine. And tonight, that American couple, the retirees on board, that husband, his fever has returned. And Maggie Rulli from Japan again tonight.
With new cases of passengers sickened on this cruise ship announced almost daily, the mood on board is growing darker.
It's getting people's moods down. One of the passengers in the night were keeping other passengers awake, an old lady who was crying for a couple of hours.
Melanie and John Herring have been taking their own temperatures, but John has now had 2 days of back-to-back fevers.
We're just trying to keep his fever down. He gets it down for a while and then it goes back up.
John has seen a doctor, but has not been tested for the virus. It's unclear why.
We'll wait for another day.
Well, you can tell he's worried. I'm worried too. We're just hanging in there. So
grateful for all the support.
Of the 48 new cases of COVID-19 confirmed outside China yesterday, 40 were on board the Diamond Princess. One, a Japanese official who was checking passengers on board.
If there's a widespread transmission on the boat, you're looking at a second epicenter.
And another ship caught up in the global panic.
not too much going on here.
This Holland America cruise ship has been turned away from ports across Asia, even though there are no known COVID-19 cases on board. One passenger pleading to go home.
We're all a bunch of human beings on this ship that have lives outside of this cruise ship that need us, and families and children, pets, jobs.
Tonight, there's fresh hope for those 1,400 passengers. Seen here celebrating with a dance after learning they will finally dock in Cambodia. And David, everyone wants to know, when can these passengers get off this ship? Now, right now, their quarantine is set to end February 19th, but officials have said they could extend that deadline for certain people if needed. And with the CDC saying that the likely spread of this virus at some point could happen in the U.S. or elsewhere, people are not taking any chances with a cluster of viruses like this. David?
All right, Maggie Rulli live in Japan for us again tonight. The desperate search back here at home in South Carolina for a 6-year-old girl who vanished from her yard after getting off the school bus on Monday. Tonight, police releasing this surveillance video now showing her on that bus and then getting off, one of the last times she was seen. And tonight, authorities have now locked down her neighborhood, going door to door, and they were asked why they did not issue an Amber Alert. Here's ABC's Ariel Reshef tonight.
Tonight, this newly released surveillance video showing one of the last moments 6-year-old Faye Swetlick was seen before vanishing.
Oh, my baby bag. We gotta find her.
Faye peering out from behind her seat on her school bus, later exiting with her backpack. Authorities say she made it home, but was last spotted playing in her front yard in Casey, South Carolina, Monday afternoon. The FBI has joined the search, the neighborhood on lockdown. Officers knocking on doors and searching homes, police helicopters hovering above, officials asking for any videos that may have captured what happened to the little girl.
Our investigators are working around the clock to go through those videos and look for leads and information that will lead us to bringing Faye home.
David, police say an Amber Alert was not issued because there is no evidence that Faye was abducted, and they stress her family is cooperating with investigators. David?
All right, Ariel, thank you. President Trump doubling down tonight after the Justice Department revised the sentencing recommendation for Roger Stone, the president's longtime confidant. The president just today thanking the Justice Department and attacking the 4 prosecutors who have now withdrawn from the case after being overruled. The president criticizing the judge in the case as well. And the president congratulating the Attorney General William Barr. Here's ABC's chief White House correspondent Jonathan Karl.
President Trump gave a big thank you today to the Justice Department for overruling federal prosecutors who were seeking a stiff sentence for his longtime friend and political mentor, Roger Stone.
I want to thank the Justice Department for seeing this horrible thing. And I didn't speak to him, by the way, just so you understand. They saw the horribleness of a 9-year sentence for doing nothing.
Actually, Roger Stone was convicted last year of 5 counts of lying to Congress, witness tampering, and obstruction of a congressional investigation. Federal prosecutors had recommended a 7 to 9-year prison sentence. But the leadership of the Justice Department threw out that recommendation less than 12 hours after the president criticized it, tweeting, "Cannot allow this miscarriage of justice." All 4 prosecutors involved in the case withdrew in protest.
They ought to go back to school and learn, because I'll tell you, with the way they treated people, nobody should be treated like that.
Some of the president's allies in Congress say the president's tweets on this were inappropriate.
I don't think the president should have tweeted about an ongoing case.
The president has also lashed out at the judge who is expected to sentence Roger Stone next week.
Are you considering a pardon for I don't want to say that yet.
Since the end of his impeachment trial, the president has been settling scores and sounding off. One senator who voted to acquit him had said that she thought he had learned a lesson.
In light of the president's actions, do you think there's any lessons that he learned from being impeached?
I don't know which actions you're referring to. I've made very clear that I don't think anyone should be retaliated against. That has nothing to do with the basis by which I voted to acquit the president.
John Karl with us live from the White House tonight. And John, Democrats have now called Attorney General William Barr to testify about the president's influence over the Justice Department. And you learned tonight that Barr has accepted?
Yes, and look, you know, both the White House and the Justice Department have said that the president had absolutely no involvement in this decision to overrule prosecutors in the Stone case, even though it came within hours of the president's tweet. But this will be a very contentious hearing, David. After all, there are questions now raised about the politicization of the Justice Department and the independence of the Attorney General.
All right, John Karl at the White House again tonight for us. John, thank you. Tonight, American troops have come under fire in Syria, the U.S.-led patrol, and the confrontation with pro-Syrian supporters, the Americans firing back. Those Americans, part of the U.S. troops still in Syria on the hunt for ISIS when the confrontation happened. This video showing local supporters of the Syrian regime opening fire at a U.S. convoy. ABC's James Longman from Syria tonight.
Tonight, American troops attacked in Syria. U.S. military vehicles, their flags clearly visible, stopped at a Syrian regime checkpoint. Gunmen opening fire. A child runs away in the chaos. One gunman killed and another wounded. This is the first time the U.S. has been directly engaged by a government-backed group here. We've been on the ground here in Syria with the U.S. military, who are still working to keep the peace in Syria's complex civil war.
You get a sense of just how ferocious this attack must have been. Take a look at how badly damaged the turret is. And the gunner who was in there was covered in oil after those gunmen tried to set fire to this vehicle.
These American soldiers are some of only a few hundred left.